What's up, guys? This is Webby back again for your greatest Royal Rumble of all time review from Titus Worldwide, sliding right under the ring when he's trying to get inside the squared circle during the Royal Rumble, to The Undertaker stuffing Rusev Day in a casket matchup, to none of the championships changing hands outside of the Raw Tag Team Championship. The WWE tonight pretty much just put on a spectacle for the wrestling fans, and it had absolutely no meaning behind it. We're going to be going over the entire aspect, the entire show right here on this review for you wrestling fans tonight. First off, if you're a subscriber, thank you very much. If you're not, go ahead and hit the subscribe button, hit the bell for all notifications. Follow me on Facebook at 2007 Webby. The link will be down in the description below, so it'll take you straight to that page. Now, the greatest Royal Rumble of all time. What did we see? First off, I'm going to start with the Universal Championship. More of the Roman Reigns initiative, of the Roman Reigns push, of the Roman Reigns being the superhero, supernatural human god of the WWE. The Roman Empire will not fall. Tonight proved it. Now, I will say this. I was a little concerned for Roman Reigns because it looked like he landed straight on his head when they went through the steel cage. I will say that. But enough's enough. Seriously, enough's enough. You know, just think how many times we've had to watch this now. 31, 34, this match, and now we're going to have to watch it again when it comes back to the United States. 4 times. Brock Lesnar's won 3. Roman Reigns still has not been able to defeat him. Brock Lesnar had his hand raised again tonight. I don't care how he won. Now, granted, Roman Reigns did beat the tar out of him. Brock Lesnar barely got any offense in this matchup. Brock Lesnar took him to Suplex City a few times, hit an F5. Paul Heyman hit Roman Reigns with the steel cage door. But other than that, we saw spears, we saw Superman punches, we saw a spear through the cage, we saw almost steel chair shots, we saw everything of that nature. It was the Roman Reigns matchup inside the steel cage. And it was supposed to be the Broctagon cage, where Brock Lesnar was supposed to tear him limb from limb. Now, if you saw what happened at WrestleMania 34, how they booked this match makes it absolutely not believable whatsoever how they booked it. I'm sorry. For all you Roman Reigns fans out there, if you don't like what I'm saying, tough. This match was booked non-believable. Brock Lesnar got his butt handed to him. And could you really believe what was going on? No, absolutely not. When is this initiative going to end? When are they going to move on? All they did tonight, and I said this before in preview and predictions, I said this before when I discussed if Roman Reigns should win, is they are breaking CM Punk's record. That's it. CM Punk's historic WWE Championship title reign record will be broken by the Beast Brock Lesnar. Guarantee it. That's all this is doing. This is a night of breaking records. This is a era of breaking records. Daniel Bryan broke a record tonight. Congratulations. Lasted an hour and 16 minutes. I'm glad for you. Well deserved. Didn't win. Knew Braun Strowman was going to win this contest. The Royal Rumble matchup. Only makes sense that Braun Strowman won. Big, huge, monstrous man. And another accolade. Well, one of the few accolades that he has been able to achieve, seeing as how he gets built and built and built and built and built, and then gets knocked right back down, and then has to get built up again. So it's good that he finally gets one good accolade, the largest Royal Rumble of all time. But this Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar's initiative needs to come to an end. Either give Roman Reigns the title, which I really don't want to see, because I don't think, and I'm not the only one out there that thinks this, that he will carry the championship that well, or have Brock Lesnar just face someone else. Defend it against someone else. Because I'm tired of seeing these two competitors face each other. This is going to lead to another contest between these two. And if Roman Reigns wins, he's going to get booed out of the arena. Vince McMahon, I can't believe you are actually bringing those two back to the States for another matchup for the Universal Championship. You have got to be kidding me. I understand they were crickets over in Saudi Arabia for the most part. They barely said anything, those fans. So what do you plan on doing? Oh, we'll bring that match back to the United States. And where the fans actually cheer and scream and give a reaction. Unfortunately, however, it won't be the reaction that you're wanting, Vince McMahon. It will be boos for Roman Reigns. Let's be honest here. Let's be realistic here. Use your head. What's better in this scenario? If you're going to have Roman Reigns take the championship away from Brock Lesnar, do you want boos galore when he takes the title away from Brock Lesnar, if that's where you're going? Or do you want zero reaction? Because quite frankly, he is a babyface. A bad reaction is not good for a babyface. Boos is not good for that. WWE, get that through your head. Absolutely ridiculous. I'm not sitting here saying that every aspect of this show is bad. I'm not saying that there weren't things on this show that was good. For instance, AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura, that matchup tonight was much better than what we saw at WrestleMania 34. Much better. That match is what the match that we saw tonight is what we should have seen at WrestleMania 34. Quite frankly, did we? No. We saw a much slower, a scaled down match with them at WrestleMania 34. Now, count out, double count out, presto, we have a match for Backlash. I honestly thought that Nakamura possibly would have become the WWE champion tonight. Give some type of title change. They were teasing it. First time ever a champion would have got the championship, changed hands in a different country, Asia. That's what Michael Cole said tonight. Did that happen? No. I'm fine with it. AJ Styles still champion. Probably will happen sometime down the road between Nakamura and Styles later on in one of the rinky-dink pay-per-views. What else happened tonight? Now that I'm done ranting about Lesnar and Reigns, the Leader of Worlds versus The Bar. They won the Tag Team Championship. The Leader of Worlds did. They are new Raw Tag Team Champions. Okay. Knew this was going to happen. The Bar didn't stand a chance. They are on SmackDown. Did you really think they were going to win the Raw Tag Team Championships and move them to SmackDown? I don't think so. Not a chance. You know, one match that was intriguing, one match that was good, one match that did catch my interest was the ladder match between Samoa Joe, Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, and The Miz. Now, Seth Rollins did pick up the victory here. Seth Rollins did put on a great showing along with Finn Balor and everybody else in this contest. One thing that WWE is doing at Backlash in regards to this contest is they are making Seth Rollins defend the IC strap against The Miz. This is bogus. They announced that tonight, and honestly, I have absolutely no idea why they are doing this. Why couldn't they make it Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor? Those two was the last two on the ladder. Finn Balor had the IC strap in his grasp. Seth Rollins jumps all the way across from the top rope to the ladder, leaps on the ladder, jumps, and gets the championship before Balor can reach it and get a hold of it. That's how the match ended. Perfect story for a match at Backlash. Balor fighting everybody off, and then Rollins comes in at the last second right there, just perfectly, and grabs the championship with both men on the ladder. Both men on the ladder, Rollins not knocking him down or anything. And then Rollins falling onto the mat with the championship. What perfect way for an IC championship matchup. Instead, you're having The Miz get an Intercontinental Championship matchup He already had his rematch tonight. Why are you giving him another rematch? No sense. No sense whatsoever. None. Zero. Comprende. Capiche. 0 cents. WWE. None. Good contest. Great. Don't get me wrong. But you're making it so predictable for next week's show. It's ridiculous for that contest. Guaranteed. Seth Rollins beats The Miz next Sunday. Week from Sunday. United States Championship, Jeff Hardy versus the modern day Raja Jinder Mahal. You know, Jinder Mahal, I don't know if he's on somebody's bad side. I don't know if it's raw creative. I don't know if they just look at him as a jobber. I don't know what's going on. I understand why he lost tonight because the title is on SmackDown. But you look at every match he has had so far since he moved over to Raw, he has lost. He has lost. When he was on SmackDown, he was treated so much better. Now, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to tell you, I don't care if he wins or loses. I would rather see Jinder Mahal lose. I enjoyed seeing Jeff Hardy win tonight. I enjoy Jeff Hardy holding that United States Championship. I think he's going to be a great U.S. champion for a longer term. Great. Jinder Mahal over on Monday Night Raw tonight. Yeah, he lost. What's he doing on Raw that's going to make any of importance? Having a useless rivalry with Chad Gable? Whatever. He's not going anywhere. Jeff Hardy definitely is. Jeff Hardy won tonight and rightfully should have kept the championship on SmackDown, move on to bigger and better things. I'm sure we'll have that matchup with Randy Orton at Backlash. Now, SmackDown Tag Team Championship. The Bludgeon Brothers taking on the Usos. This contest, more competitive than WrestleMania's. We knew what was going to happen. We knew that the Bludgeon Brothers was going to be victorious. We knew that the Bludgeon Brothers overall was going to dominate. That's exactly what happened. I'm glad that Naomi didn't show up in this contest or anything of that nature because, quite frankly, we need to still see that darker, meaner, tougher, bad guy-ish heel persona out of the Usos. It's what makes them cool in the WWE. That's the side of the Usos that we all liked, that made us like them. The one side of the Usos that was painted up and lighter and colorful was kind of cringe, to be perfectly honest with you. So keep it the way it is, and let's go from there. Bludgeon Brothers victorious. Let's have them keep rolling with that tag team championship for a while. Rusev Day gets buried by The Undertaker. Congratulations, the dead man. Spectacle to see. Hadn't seen it in 10 years. He gets another casket match win under his belt. Rusev Day resting in peace tonight. I hate seeing it. One thing I'm going to say. You know, Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, Corey Graves. I know some of you out there actually like Corey Graves, but he said something tonight that was just downright cringe. Cringe. He said, I don't think people in Saudi Arabia celebrate Rusev Day. I'm sorry, Corey Graves. When Aiden English came down to the ring, came out of the ramp, he started to sing, and I heard from the few fans out there that actually said stuff tonight and chanted tonight, I heard Rusev Day. What you all need to do, WWE, is stop pretending like Rusev is not over. Just stop with this initiative that Rusev is not good enough. Oh, it's not what we want. So, forget you, fans. Just because you want him, just because you like him, tough. No, absolutely not. Make me gag, I tell you. Now, the 50-man Royal Rumble match. This contest, what can you say? It was filled with jobbers. Daniel Bryan did an extraordinary job. Titus Worldwide had the highlight of the night. You know, when he ran down and he slid underneath the ring when he was reaching to go under the ring rope, that was hilarious. They replayed that over and 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 over again. It was like the Energizer Bunny, how many times they played that. Kofi Kingston didn't have a moment. Rey Mysterio put on a good showing. It was nice to see him. You know, they pretty much just filled up the match with the usuals that we usually see, and people that they reserve to, as Corey Graves said about some of them, need to go back to catering and see what's on the tray, see what's in catering. a.k.a. Kurt Hawkins, which, by the way, tonight, Braun Strowman did not let him do. He had to come down to the ring first. But we had tables crash. Shane McMahon had his moment, his famous going through the table moment. Kofi Kingston didn't have a moment. He didn't land on anything and then jump back into the ring. Nothing of that nature. Elias had his moment, throwing out 3 or 4 men all at once. 2 of them being the New Day. So that was a big moment. Mark Henry threw out some big, huge sumo wrestler. So it was a spectacle for the fans. That's what this 50-man over the top rope Royal Rumble was. But when you really break it down, it was our usuals that we see and jobbers. And one thing that I was surprised about was the fact that Ty Dillinger did not come out number 10. He didn't come out number 10. Not saying it would make much of a difference because I doubt those fans would have chanted 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Because most of those fans was crickets. Silent all night long. Throughout most of the show. Except when somebody like The Undertaker came out. Or John Cena or Triple H. Which that matchup was okay as well. Triple H and John Cena put on a good opening contest. John Cena picks up the victory. About time he gets a victory under his belt, seeing how he's been coming back to the WWE, and every time he comes back, he gets a loss under his belt. He puts over everybody, which I don't have a problem with because a lot of the people he faces, he doesn't need to beat them every single time he faces them. But at the same time, he doesn't need to lose every time he comes back either. So him getting a victory tonight did need to happen. And they put on a good matchup for the fans to open up the show. Triple H did some of John Cena's moves on him. John Cena kicked out of him. Couple AAs, pedigree, all different types of stuff. The usual things that we would see out of both these men. And then John Cena finally gets the 1, 2, 3. And that was the greatest Royal Rumble of all time that WWE has been advertising and telling us about for weeks now, and has been advertising down our throat for the past week. And now that this is over, we all can look forward to next week when we have Backlash to look forward to, which as of right now, it looks like we have Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles. We have Roman Reigns versus Samoa Joe. Seth Rollins versus The Miz. Plus whatever else they come up with, like Carmella and Charlotte, Nia Jax and Alexa Bliss. Some rematches from WrestleMania, plus all that, plus more. We'll find out this coming Monday on Raw and Tuesday on SmackDown. But this has been your review. Don't forget to do everything I said at the beginning of this podcast. If you have made it this long throughout this entire podcast, much appreciated. And until I see you again, this is Webby, and I'll catch you on the other side. Talk to you later.